What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase, and you might have heard, it hasn't really made the news much. It's kind of flown under the radar, been on the DL a little bit, that Spider-Man is leaving the MCU for now. I think it's terrible and great. I should say that. I'll say that. So the TLDR is Disney and Sony, they had a contract which was actually really small. It was actually a really quick contract. It was like, I think it was like 4 to 5 pages or something like that. Basically, in the contract, it states that Disney would have all of the merchandise power on Spider-Man, and it would receive a 5% first day gross on Spider-Man films. What that means, for first day gross, what that means is, of every ticket sold on the first day, that Disney would get 5% back on that ticket. So if it was a $10 ticket, then they get, wow, 50 cents. They get 50 cents on all that, on each ticket. Now Disney comes back saying they want a 50-50 stake in all of Spider-Man projects, which includes like Venom or any of the other 900 characters that Sony has in the Spider-Man vault. Now they would want a 50-50 stake, plus keep all the merchandising power. And Sony's reply was no. And there was no counteroffer, and Disney did not counteroffer. And here we are right now. I'm going to say right now, I am in Sony's camp. I think that offer was ridiculous. I mean, Disney could definitely come back and, you know, work out a little bit different. But here's the thing. Disney knows how important Spider-Man is going forward with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man is beloved by everybody. Die-hard comic fans love him, and normies love him. So here's the problem with the MCU as I see it right now. Like I said, Spider-Man is basically kind of the linchpin. He's the keystone. Because there is no other character right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that can lead it. Iron Man was literally in everything of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was the glue of that whole story of the Thanos arc. And he's gone. Captain America, I would say, was second in line. Like, people loved Captain America, and the people in the MCU movies looked to Captain America as a leader, as a guiding figure. He's gone. Falcon has kind of taken up the Captain America mantle, but come on. It's not Steve Rogers. It's not Captain America. Okay? What else do we have? We have Thor, which, don't get me wrong, I love Thor a lot. I love Thor. He's awesome. But he was never like the leader or a leadership role in the Avengers. He was kind of the dude that came from outer space and was like, hey, my brother's kind of terrorizing your planet. I'm going to help you fix it. And call me up whenever, you know, you might need some help. I'll come and help out. That's Thor's role. That's always kind of been his little shtick. And because he's got other things to deal with, you know, with the 5 realms and all that kind of stuff. Again, we're back with Iron Man. And then you have Guardians of the Galaxy, which are pretty popular, but again, they're not that figurehead. They're not the face of the MCU. And Captain Marvel, please. Please. Don't even get me started on Captain Marvel. Oh my God. Okay, no. Just no. Okay. The only reason that movie was successful, the only reason is because, the only reason that movie even made $1 billion was because that movie was sandwiched between like the biggest cliffhanger in Marvel Cinematic Universe history, which made, I mean, the literal pager of what's his face? Nick Fury was the Captain Marvel symbol. People thought they had to see the Captain Marvel movie in order to understand Endgame, which was completely false. No. Captain Marvel. Oh, no. Just no. No. No Captain Marvel. That's out of the way. And Kevin Feige has even come out and said, I want to make Captain Marvel the figurehead of the figure of, what do you call it? I said it earlier, the figurehead of the MCU, okay? And the only reason, like I said, the only reason he said that is because he knows Spider-Man is in danger. I mean, and then you got Blade coming up, which, I mean, he's a popular character, but again, Doctor Strange ain't gonna carry the cinematic universe either. Like, they don't have any strong characters right now. There's Black Panther. No, I mean, he had a great movie, don't get me wrong, and people loved that movie. But again, he isn't even really tied with the other parts of the MCU. Like, he's Black Panther. He's in Wakanda. That's where he is. MCU is in a real struggle right now. And so that's why I can see why Disney came out with a very high and aggressive offer for 50-50 of everything with Spider-Man. Because, yeah, Spider-Man is going to be the linchpin. Here's my issues with Spider-Man in the MCU. I personally don't like this version of Spider-Man. I think he is literally the light beer of Tony Stark. Okay? He didn't even design his suit, man. Like, this is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And he didn't even design his own suit. It was given to him by Tony Stark. And everything else has literally been given to him. He hasn't even really had any honest personal struggles. Like, yeah, he's struggling with the death of Tony Stark, but Tony Stark looms over Spider-Man as if Spider-Man's his adopted son. Spider-Man is literally, probably, of all Marvel Comics creations and characters, I would say Spider-Man is the biggest character out of all of Marvel. To see Spider-Man literally reduced to an Iron Man sidekick it's kind of disappointing. When I saw Homecoming, literally, Tony Stark was behind Peter Parker the whole time, just correcting his mistakes. I haven't even seen Far From Home, okay? Not because I honestly, I didn't have a lot of interest to see it. I will see it eventually, so we'll see how that one is. But apparently, from what I've heard, Tony Stark still just kind of looms over that movie. Here's the good news, I think, with this Disney-Sony split. A lot of people are forgetting that Sony can do pretty well on its own. Okay, with Venom, I think it reported, I think it was like $850 million that it made. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great superhero movie. And then Into the Spider-Verse, come on, that won a freaking Oscar. Best Animated Feature. Okay, and it also made a ton of money. I forget how much that one made, but it also made a ton of money. I know the Amazing Spider-Mans with Andrew Garfield aren't held very dearly, but I actually liked the first one. But regardless, here's the thing. And this is the thing a lot of people are forgetting, is X-Men came out in 2001, okay, from Fox, and X-Men was a great movie. However, I think that when Sony brought out Spider-Man in 2004, that gave validation to the superhero genre, that this was a genre that is going to take off. Because audience loved it. It was a huge success. And then Spider-Man 2 came out, which a lot of people say is probably the greatest superhero movie that there is. What I'm saying is Sony really helped to kick off the whole superhero movie genre. Okay? And they did a great job at it. They didn't need Disney at the time. Okay? They did it themselves. So, and they can really build a whole universe around Spider-Man. Like I said, they have literally 900 characters in the Spider-Man arsenal to bring out. Okay? You got Spider-Man, obviously. You got Black Cat, Venom, which is doing really good, Carnage, which was teased in Venom, Doc Ock. The list goes on. Yeah, Spider-Gwen, because she would, yeah, and they have Spider-Gwen, which would be awesome. I would love to see Spider-Gwen come into a Spider-Man movie. So anyway, Sony isn't hurting. Sony knows that it holds the ace card that Disney wants. So that's why Sony is playing hard to get. In the end, I think Sony and Disney are going to come to an agreement, because I think there's a lot of normie fans out there that are crying foul on this, and I think their voices are going to be heard, and I do think there's an agreement that's going to happen. But if it doesn't, I actually think it'll be good for Spider-Man. Okay, because honestly, I feel that the MCU is in its downward slope now. I don't foresee it getting to the heights that it was with Avengers and all of that. I don't see it soaring up there anymore, but we'll see. We'll see. Who's to tell? So if they get Spider-Man back, it may get back up there. I don't know. But anyway, if you like this video, please go down and like it. If you're in the camp that saying, hey, Chase, this is the most horrible news. Sony cannot survive without Disney and Kevin Feige. Okay, it's a death trap for Sony. Let me know. Let me know why. Let me know why you think that. And I also, this just occurred to me. You know, I was always bothered by MJ in the Spider-Man MCU not actually Mary Jane. Maybe that's probably because they can't say that she's Mary Jane, because they don't have those rights. So there you go. I don't know if that's true, but that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel. There's more videos like this all the time. Yeah, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'm trying to keep that schedule for you guys. So go subscribe, hit the bell, and yeah, please leave a comment, and peace out.